Did you know that everything going on with the short squeeze and GameStop stock right now has 100% to do with anti-Semitism? I was unaware of this, and thank God Haaretz has finally put out an article explaining what is going on with GameStop and why did it unleash an anti-Semitic storm. Fuck off. This is so retarded. And I said, what? A couple days ago, when is it going to be a total smear campaign by the establishment? Well, it took a little bit longer than expected, but it's here. And there was any doubt that this was 100% cartel behavior. Yeah, Google deleting over 100,000 one-star reviews on Robinhood and then claiming, I don't know, trolling or something retarded like that in order to restore their app rating. Remember what George Carlin said, it's a big club and you ain't in it. Let's start here. Google Play Store has removed at least 100,000 negative user reviews targeting Robinhood. The stock trading platform caught the center of the GameStop trading frenzy. Robinhood's rating on Google Play had dropped from 4 stars out of 5 on Wednesday to just 1 star on Thursday. Oof, it had bounced back to 4 stars at the time of this publication. Well, how does that happen? They have been getting nothing but terrible word of mouth press, but this is one of those rare instances where people like, Chris Cuomo actually did some good interviewing on his show. He had the CEO of Robinhood App and whatever their entire corporation is called, and yeah, really pressed them. It was a decent interview. It's as best as you can expect from Fredo, though. Yeah, everybody's pretty much against this. So how did it go from a 1 star back up to a 4 star? Well, the drastic change came after Robinhood, which is popular among investors with little or no experience in online stock trading. You know their tagline, let the people trade. Really living up to that. Announced it would halt purchases of GameStop, AMC, BlackBerry, Express. I'm just going off the top of my head. There's a whole list of ones that they put up there saying, oh yeah, you can't trade in these anymore, dude. An abundance of caution, you're hurting our stock market, something about our democracy, something like that. And then they reversed it this morning. And yeah, any losses that occurred yesterday were immediately regained today because everybody is just holding the line. I love it. This is the best thing ever. Yes, via Reddit's WallStreetBets discussion board. Subreddit, come on now. In apparent revenge, angry Reddit users, and anybody else who has hopped on this rocket all the way to Mars to flood the app with 1-star reviews, dipping its review score. Oh, the horror. In a statement to tech site Gizmodo, Google said it had taken action against reviews that they deemed coordinated or inorganic. Yes, it's coordinated. Inorganic? Oh, no. The company reportedly refused to disclose more details about how it determined which reviews to be inorganic, well, after they got off the phone from whoever they needed to side with. But this is another one of those instances that just clearly proves that this was not, at least on their side, an organic effort to protect the people. Well, if you thought a ratings bomb was bad enough, I think the people who were dropping those reviews probably had a legitimate reason, because as you can see by the headline here, Robinhood denies that it sold GameStop shares without consent. There's screenshots out there, and this 100% definitely did happen. Robinhood disclosed to The Verge it didn't auction full portions of GameStop, AMC, and other busy stocks without consent from its dealers. Not from the buyers, but from their hedge fund overlord. That negates the tales of 12 individuals who talked with The Verge, saying that the organization out of the blue auctions off property and portion to these organizations. A lot of Robinhood clients communicated their amazement via online media today that the application was auctioning off their stakes. And we found 12 of them. These brokers didn't accept that they had incited the deals, and they said they didn't know anything from them that would have naturally set them off. Jet Flores, who said he was holding stock in GameStop and AMC through Robinhood, disclosed to The Verge that he didn't have any triggers to sell the stock, whether it went up or down. He absolutely wouldn't have put it at $197 when it had quite recently been nearly $500. Yeah, I think it closed Wednesday, or it opened up Thursday somewhere right around 4 and change. A representative from Robinhood said these little vendors aren't right about how their offers were sold. I can affirm the assets that Robinhood proactively sold clients offers outside the standard edge-related sellouts or choices task systems are bogus, a representative told The Verge. Oh, good. Yeah, but they cared to explain this one right here? Yeah. Because this is the screenshot, one of the ones that I had mentioned, or one of the ones that were mentioned in that previous article. In light of recent volatility, we are restricting transactions for certain securities to position closing only. However, due to the unreasonable risk involved in brokering your position, we have closed your 4,500 shares of GameStop for an average price of $118.93 on January 28th, yesterday, at 11:24 a.m., when it was at its absolute lowest. Your trade confirmation will be available in your order history on Robinhood in one trading day. If you have any questions, please visit our help center where we will promptly ignore your email. And then, just another screenshot of the inability at that time to purchase any GameStop stock. I've heard different reports that, based on everybody's favorite corporate term, terms of service, that this is not necessarily illegal. I don't know how or why that's the case. There's a bunch of conflicting reports about it right now, but that should be solved in the class action lawsuit that we seen yesterday. That's been filed, and that is hopefully going to be expedited to trial, so we'll figure out what the fuck is actually going on. But because the little guy's getting screwed over right now, wouldn't you think that, some of those socialist Democrats right now, the likes of AOC, who's still trying to play the victim. Listen, I know everybody on WallStreetBets really likes her right now. Because she has one of the biggest platforms, and she was championing this to begin with, and then immediately, as we covered yesterday with Ted Cruz, saying I fully agree, and then she immediately just spins into the victim spiral because it's all about her, and everybody who follows her are just perpetual victims. And that's a topic that needs covering in and of itself, because as we pointed out, the fact that they're happy about this happening for the Wall Street and the hedge fund managers are finally getting gone after is 100% out of spite. And then you have the guys on the other side. You have the Portnoys, you have Don Jr., Ted Cruz, guys who are tired of the markets looking after themselves, and then when somebody finds an exploit to take advantage of, they just aren't happy about it. And then they do, quite possibly illegal things. Hence why the Senate committee trial is going to be starting, and letters to the SEC, the overall stock market governing body, have started to come through. And one prominent senator, like her or not, old Pocahontas herself, Elizabeth Warren, and she has a predictably bad take. Elizabeth Warren urges SEC to review GameStop surge, prevent market manipulation. Yep, she sides with big business because they're all funded by big business. Senator Elizabeth Warren, who has long billed herself as an enemy of Wall Street, is urging the United States Securities and Exchange Commission to review the recent surge in stock for video game retail company GameStop, which has spurned an online Reddit community, which was spurned by. This week, prices for GameStop, Blockbuster, really? Blockbuster? I haven't seen that one yet. Koss, BlackBerry, and Nokia all shot up as a struggle escalated between retail investors, many inspired by the Reddit board called, WallStreetBets, we know it at this point. And a YouTuber going by the handle Roaring Kitty, haven't seen that one yet. We learn new stuff about this every day. I've also seen the guys who are just watching the ticker giving advice, trying to farm super chats. It's just a dirty business, but hey, if you can get that bag and if you can convince the kids who are watching to send it in, hey, fucking good on you. Yeah, with all this stuff going on, Warren finally stood up because she knew that the little guy was getting screwed. And what did she have to say? I am writing regarding the recent surge in share prices for a video game retailer GameStop, whose stocks are up 1,700% this month. Congratulations. Including Wednesday's climb of 135%, driven by what one expert called a flash mob of money. Is that the same guy who cried on CNBC because they're just attacking wealthy people? No, they're just attacking crooks. These wild swings in value of GameStop, similar bets by traders, are detached from the factors that traditionally help establish a company's values to investors. Here's the kicker. I am deeply concerned that these casino-like swings in the value of GameStop and other company shares are yet another example of the gamesmanship that interferes with the fair, orderly, and efficient function of the market, raising obvious questions about public confidence in the market and those trading in it. That's funny, isn't 1,024th of your people in favor of casinos? I am writing to seek information on how the SEC intends to address these concerns and prevent these and future incidences of potential market manipulation. We'll just glance over this next bit. There is a troubling lack of clarity regarding who the major market participants are in this case and a degree of which these activities may be coordinated. Yes, you don't know who's buying this stuff, so you can't properly go to them to beg for campaign donations. That's the biggest problem. You don't think that that's an accurate representation? The Commission must review recent market activity affecting GameStop and other companies and act to ensure that markets reflect real value rather than the highly leveraged bets of wealthy traders or those who seek to inflict financial damage on those traders. To protect and restore public trust and sound security regulation and enforcement. Nobody really looks at Wall Street as a paragon of trust and ethics unless you're Ben Shapiro. The Commission must identify gaps in existing securities laws and rules and ways in which the Commission can improve and enforce capabilities. It's a 3-page little note that she sent to the SEC, but it finishes off with this. Warren asks the SEC to what extent, when they're doing their investigation, to what extent did online message boards, such as those on Reddit, or broader social media amplification impact the fluctuation of GameStop's prices, and if the Redditors' practices violate existing securities laws. It was an inquiry, all right. Just how powerful the little guy can be, and how you can properly, or at least how her financiers can continue to skirt the laws. Meanwhile, her plebs can be fed little scraps. Oh, here's your $600. Just don't spend it anywhere where it can make a little stink. Never put your money behind a socialist. She is terrible. Okay, so this is one bad take by a lawmaker, but guess who's coming to the rescue? Once again, Ken Paxton, Attorney General. From Texas. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton sent out a civil investigative demands to 13 entities, including Robinhood and Citadel, regarding the suspension of stock trading and investing, requiring higher margin services of trading certain companies and suspending chat platform activity. Other names, which were also issued CIDs, include Discord. Remember, they briefly suspended WallStreetBets Discord channel and then returned it under slightly different parameters or with slightly different rules. It was kind of stupid. Robinhood Markets, Robinhood Securities, Interactive Brokers, TD Ameritrade, TD Bank, E-Trade, Webull Financial, Finance Cucks, Public Holdings, M1 Holdings, Citadel Financial, and Apex Clearings. Wall Street corporations cannot limit public access to the free market, nor should they censor discussions surrounding it, particularly for their own benefit. This apparent coordination between hedge funds, trading platforms, and web servers to shut down threats to their market dominance is shockingly unprecedented and wrong. It stinks of corruption. Oh, said Attorney General Ken Paxton. That dude has not had a bad take so far. Oh, he's under indictment. Shut up. I'm hopeful that these companies will step up and cooperate with these CIDs in order to clear any confusion over why stock purchases were forcibly closed and why even conversations around these stocks were silenced. In addition to public statements and internal documents, the CIDs request copies for all terms of service policies, including related to content control and moderation and communications between platforms and moderators of chat servers, including decisions to limit, control, or prevent access to the Discord r/WallStreetBets servers. And yeah, we got the CIDs here, and they'll be linked in a link for this article in the description as well if you'd like to read them. But once again, when Democrats cuck out, it takes a Republican to come in, a good Republican to come in and right the ship. And this is going to get even spicier because I'm hearing some things that some of those shorts are supposed to come in at the end of trading today. So shit could really be hitting the fan either over the weekend or by Monday, because there are some of those hedge funds that are going to be looking for a handout, kind of like the one that Biden touted that, oh, I delivered that handout to make sure that those manufacturers didn't leave our shores. Well, let's see who gets them on Monday or over the weekend, because the White House has still been predictably quiet on this. And Janet Yellen has refused to recuse herself from this situation, even though she is verifiably compromised. This has been the single best story. I know it's only been a month into 2021, but far and away the best story, and it's far from over, especially with the class action lawsuit that's going on right now. These guys aren't selling off their stock. It's something at like a 90-10 split of buy and sell, and that's just for GameStop. I'm not even sure about AMC, Bed Bath & Beyond, BlackBerry, Nokia, the rest of them. So it could be getting spicy. and we'll see where it goes. I'm loving covering this stuff right now, so I'll be making sure to follow up on it the next time that there is a new development. I thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.